Well, it's great to have you join us. 32 FM 94.9, 6:30. It's the 17th of May 2022. Good morning. My name is King Kenny. Kenny Durutulu.
It's Kenny Durutulu. Good morning to you,
review.
dear listener. I am OLUTAYO. We're glad that we have the papers on the table. From me here, our Punch, our Premium Times, the Guardian newspaper, Daily Trust newspaper.
I have the Punch, I have the Nation, and the Daily Post. Okay, let's start off with the Punch newspaper timetable. INEC talks tough as 18 parties fail to conduct primaries. Blogger arrested over reports on Ogun governorship. Lawyer slams Abiodun. Dollar hits 600 naira at parallel market. Forex supply shrinks. That's another report out of the Punch newspaper this morning. Anambra, gunmen kill 2 soldiers, burn secretariat, court, 32 vehicles. Sit at home, tension grips Imo Delta schools, market shut. Blasphemy, Deborah's killing un-Islamic, says Muslim lawyer. Manchester United to offer Osimhen 75 million weekly pay. That's another one. Northern, South, West, South presidential aspirants greedy, selfish. That's according to Oji Uzokalu.
All right, we'll look at Daily Trust newspaper. My first headline here: Federal government cancels early morning night operations as Abuja Kaduna train service returns. EFCC arrests Accountant General of the Federation over 80 billion naira fraud. Police fall attack on Imo Palace, gunned down IPOB militants. They're dazzled by performances of Nigeria's young Dare dazzled by performances of Nigeria's young athletes. Foreign scouts hunt for talented players at Bayelsa's Governor's Cup. Sizzling, let's see. And Deborah Samuel, 2 wrongs ain't right. That's something to also read there from Daily Trust. Police Service Commission finally promotes Mago. Petroleum Minister Silva withdraws presidential bid. Gunmen enforcing IPOB sit-at-home order. Shot dead in Anambra. Kidnappers gun down 6 Kano residents, abduct village head. Let me take 2 more before we go to another paper. Dawn cautions federal government against further devaluation of Naira, and Catholic committees to party delegates shun religion, choose competency.
From the Daily Post newspaper, EFCC arrests Nigeria's Accountant General Ahmed Idris for 80 billion naira fraud. Army troops eliminate IPOB ESN fighters in Imo. Fuel scarcity, flight cancellations, delays may worsen. Airline operators. Abbas Masanawa, NSPMC MD, resigns appointment to pursue governorship aspiration. Ex-SGF Babache Lawal denies inciting religious violence, threatens lawsuit against sponsors. Elsewhere in the pages of the Daily Post, Deborah Samuel Adeboye postpones RCCG crusade in Sokoto. Nigeria gets £600,000 UK grant for 20 institutions, organizations. 2021 recruitment. Police release date for medical screening in Yobe. Buhari's aide, Senator Ita Enang, resigns. And lastly, 2023, we must take over presidency or remain in opposition. Atiku Ikepeazu.
All right, from Premium Times, 2023, Women Affairs Minister Pauline withdraws from senatorial race. Anambra attack, we lost over 32 vehicles, says electricity company. How IPOB sit-at-home order is destroying businesses in Nigerian southeast. Terrorists kill 7 people, abduct traditional ruler in Kano. Banditry in northwest Nigeria spreading to Niger, destroying livelihoods. Some more from Premium Times. Accountant General of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, arrested over 80 billion naira fraud. Ex-Jigawa governor rejoins PDP to contest senatorial seat. 2023, I'll fight insecurity to stand still. Amechi, food inflation hits 18.8% amid increase in bread energy prices. Naira sees big fall against the greenback. Police Commission promotes Mago to AIG, weeks to retirement. Strike. Nigerian students barricade roads in Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ondo. National Assembly faults Buhari Malami suit against Electoral Act at Supreme Court. 2023 Year Africa UNDP to mobilize 29 million young voters. That'll be all from Premium Times.
From the Nation newspaper, I have this one. NPC committed to credible census, says chairman. Climate change, NYC ensures crops. Elsewhere, APC Mall's unity list begins consultations. Cleric cautions Jonathan on 2023 polls. Also have this one. Nigerian bank partners Aussie Hub to fund education loan. We have no Ashamu Ladipupo House. That's another one you might want to take a look at. Deputy Speaker screens for Senate. Onyema 6 end to ASU strike. Also, landlords protest churches alleged trespass. Land grabbing. Funeral of Madame Mora June 10. Also, have this one. Synergy among security agencies needed. Some stories from the Nation.
We'll take our first break.
Chocolates with Vita-Rich plus iron.
Alábàágbé mi mo ní kí wá bẹ̀yìn wò ni. Ìyá Bíọ́lá àlàáfíà la wà. Ẹ ṣeun. Mo kọ yín kọ̀. Wọ́n wà ẹ̀yin náà ńkọ́. Kódà ìyá mi lábúlé gan wà lálàáfíà. Ìyá Bíọ́lá ṣé kò sí? Mẹ́wòó ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́ fún yín ò jẹ́ rí mú mi o. Ni mo bá ní wá fọwọ́ ara mi tún ara mi ṣe. Ẹ wọlé wá jẹ́wọ́ jàre. Àgbéyẹ̀fun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ ọ̀ngá jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù tuntun dé o. Ohun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ tó ń fúnrẹ́sì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù yín lójúlówó adùn àti ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù tí ò ṣeé kọ̀ sílẹ̀.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
láìsí àní-àní àwọn lọ́gbọ́n dorí ẹja mú wọn kì í fi iléeṣẹ́ online dynamics ṣeré nídìí ètò ìrìn àjò lọ sókè òkun yálà láti gbé ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí kàwé ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ìwọ àti ẹbí rẹ pàápàá jùlọ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè bíi Canada, America, UK, Finland, Australia àti Cyprus. àǹfààní aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ ti wá ṣí sílẹ̀ fún wọn náà láti sọ àlá rẹ di òtítọ́ nínú ètò ẹ̀dínwó àtìgbàdégbà tí iléeṣẹ́ online dynamics gbé kalẹ̀ láti bá ọ ṣètò visa ticketing pẹ̀lú admission process lọ́nà ìrọ̀rùn láì fanilápòyà. You too can take advantage of online dynamics expertise and experience by joining our periodic visa, ticketing, and foreign educational package promo today. Our services at Online Dynamics give value for money. Fly with us now and pay later. Ẹ kàn sí wa lájà kẹrin Cocoa House, Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn tàbí lọ́fíìsì ìrànlọ́mọ tó wà ní 25 Oyedoku Street, Àgọ́wandé Òṣogbo. Telephone 0810-273-8145. Follow us on social media at Online Dynamics. Ẹ má gbàgbé oògùn tá a fowó ṣe ẹ̀yìn àrò ní gbé o. Darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn lọ́gbọ́n lónìí ní Online Dynamics. Òkè lẹ́yẹ ń fọ̀n.
The Truth 2022. In Jesus' name, there shall be signs and wonders.
It's the season of revival. Come receive the touch of God for exploits. A City of Hope Foundation cordially invites all and sundry to its citywide crusade with the theme, The Truth. The Truth 2022 comes up from Thursday 16th to Saturday 18th June 2022 at the Liberty Stadium from 4:30 p.m. daily. Ministry, Prophet M.O. Olowere Baba Automatic, Bishop Francis Walioke, PFN National President, Reverend Samson Ajitomobi, Oyo State PFN Chairman, Pastor Moses Lano, Christ Life Church, Maryland, USA, Apostle Clement Oluolajimi of Shining Light World Outreach, and Dr. Francis Bola Akin-John of Church Growth International. Ministering songs are Evangelist Dr. Bola Are, Evangelist Dr. Bukola Akinade Shenwele Jesu, and others. Ministers Conference holds at 9 a.m. on Thursday 16th and Friday 17th June 2022 at Okeado Baptist Church, Liberty Stadium Road, Ibadan. Come, know the truth, and be permanently set free. Jesus is Lord.
Sumbo, where are you going looking like you want to beat somebody? My sister, see me see trouble oh. Abeg, see wetin I order, see wetin the deliver give me. E resemble, and I don't pay online oh. Chai, now why me I dey like buy online only on Jumia and return or change my item for free if I change my mind? And you tell me before oh, now Jumia go dey buy from going forward. For first, that's in apparel. Now me and you today. Sumbo.
Enjoy peace of mind that comes with free returns when you shop on Jumia and avoid stories that touch. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Big mommy,
At that Bokoto, we go senior school, put 2 roundabout, anoint the package with that slim thick shaki and
Uncle, no vex o. Which teeth you wan use eat all this orishi? That your teeth will be like where motor jam truck. E no dey worry you again.
That one na before. All thanks to the new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection.
That's right. The new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste gives you complete oral protection with fluoride and antibacterial zinc to keep your teeth strong, prevent tooth holes, and fight bacteria.
Me sef dey go buy my own new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste.
Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection for your important oral care needs. Available in a blue gel.
Hey, Glo fún mi ní káàdì pé ológun ẹgbẹ̀rún náírà 20,000 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ṣáà ti so nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ rẹ NIN pọ̀ mọ́ òpó ìpè Glo rẹ nípa títẹ *109#. Ó simple gan ni. Bónọ́ọ̀sì yìí tó káàdì pé ológun ẹgbẹ̀rún náírà 20,000. Ó sì wà fún àwọn oníbàárà tuntun àti àwọn oníbàárà wa tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀.
Glo Unlimited.
To chase my dreams, to become who I wanna be, add my flavor to my life and make it truly mine. Mama door, tasty food and nutrition, cooking oil, spread and seasoning. Explore your flavor with Mama door.
Mama Door, explore your flavor.
32 FM 94.9.
Thirty-two FM 94.9 Record on Newspaper Review live from our studio, audio-visual studio. We are located on the 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dugbe Ibadan. So you can also rush to our socials, go to our Facebook page, 32FM 949 Ibadan, and our YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. Let's get your reactions to the headlines from the dailies this morning. I am OLUTAYO Ogunade.
I'm Kenny Durutilu. We have Austin with us this morning. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Kenny. Tayo, good morning.
Good morning, Austin.
Okay.
All right, let's start off with the Punch newspaper. We have this one. INEC talks tough as 18 parties fail to conduct primaries. We understand that INEC is saying that it's not going to extend the deadline for the June 3 deadline for the conduct of primaries. 18 parties yet to actually conduct primaries. Are you surprised by that?
Of course, I'm not surprised. That is the political manner of majority of this political party, if not all. Coupled with the fact that as a country, we are a deadline country. Not until the 9 minutes before we start rushing. If INEC has pegged June the 3rd as the deadline for all issues that has to do with primary to be resolved, why then will political party, especially the two dominant one, are waiting for the 9 minutes? They want to stampede INEC, and INEC has come out to say that this timetable has been out as far as February, as early as February this year. And the guideline, the alteration in one or the distortion in one will affect the other, because the line of activity is in sequence from this to the other level. So if you pressure us to shift the primary, the deadline for the primaries, it will definitely affect adversely on the other schedule of activity leading to the national election. For me, this is the way political parties have always done. They hardly learn lessons after any major election. Look at the PDP. I think their primary is 29 or so. APC 29, 30, 31st also, or on the 1st. I think APC primaries lapse till 1st of June.
Yeah, it's on the 1st.
Yes. So I'm just thinking, why not come together as a party and look at it and say, oh, let's even conduct our primaries earlier, not too close to the deadline.
Some parties even have it on the day, the deadline.
You understand? When
I understand that the African Action Congress has it on the 3rd of June. The Boots Party will also conduct its own on the same day.
They are only looking at the deadline that when you say on the 3rd of June, it will lapse by midnight of that 3rd of June. It shouldn't be. There is nothing stopping this party if by now they have conducted their primary. They look at various appeal, harmonization issues, concern that could be raised as a result of the primary. Then you sort out things. You have enough time to sort out things. That is why if you look at a particular party now, they are trying to ambush their aspirant. You are going to sign this one like an undertaking so that when it's closed, when we close the ceiling, you won't have any option. Before now, we have a situation where some politician will lose primary in a party and quickly rush to another party. You understand the point I'm making? And quickly rush to another party to clean the tickets of that party. But now these politicians, these political parties, they are not looking at that. They want to do everything in such a way that the fate of some aspirant will totally be sealed as a result of what they plan to offer. So that's the issue. So for me, I'm with INEC on this. They have said they are not going to shift that date. I hope INEC will stand firm to that particular position. Of course, I trust Mahmoud Yakub. He has always been very firm when it comes to issue. You know, the other time, a candidate of a ruling party from a governorship election was disqualified. They say, oh, it has never happened before. A ruling party will not participate in a governorship election in the state. It cannot be in Nigeria. And eventually, it came to pass. So our appeal to politicians and political party is that they do the right thing. They played the game according to the rule. It is not politically wise to wait till that minute. You see a ruling party waiting for the opposition party. You are now diligently looking at the body language of the other party. Oh, let's see the candidate that they will present so that we will present our own candidate. If you are sure of yourself, present your candidate. Let appeal be entertained. Let issue that has to do with grievances be entertained.
But you know, politics is a game.
Of course, politics is a game, but these politicians, they are not trying to play the game according to the rule.
Now, let's talk about some of Buhari's appointees who all of a sudden are beginning to withdraw their intention to run, you know, particularly for the seat of the president come 2023. We got reports that Mr. Silva is also, or might have also withdrawn his own,
presidential
interest.
Bid. Yeah.
Yes, he said he want to serve out his term with Mr. President. Maybe it was an afterthought. Of course, we know before now that there are contenders in the race and there are also pretenders. So I think it is the time for the pretenders to chicken out, because you must have counted the cost. Some of them, without being Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, politically they will amount to nothing. So you want to leave certainty for uncertainty. You know that even in your own state, in your own local government, you can't even win an election, and you want to contest for the office of the president of the country. So that is what you find. Silva has backtracked that, oh, I'm not going to do it again. I think the issue of Malami Ngige is still there. A senator, the Women Affairs Minister, Senator Pauline in Plateau State, has also withdrawn from the senatorial race. But the question now is that those that are withdrawing through the back door, who had earlier participated in the validatory session, what will happen to them? Of course, Lai Mohammed was asked that question. He said it's only Mr. President that can say. You know, this issue was deliberated upon on Saturday, and the caller decided to take it personal. See, the headline is that some people have decided to backtrack, and when you backtrack, it means that you have already made a decision. You are now making a U-turn. You have submitted a resignation letter. We don't want to debate whether somebody asked me that the president told me that he accepted the resignation letter, and I said I do not work with Mr. President, and there's no way I can know that. But people that wanted to resign, they came for a validatory session. The president wished them well in their future endeavor and said that you are all competent people. If peradventure all of you are capable of taking over from me. That was a validatory session. I don't know whether if they do a popular validatory session in secondary school, after they have sent you off, you now come back to the class again. This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. So let us look at all of these things. People withdrawing from presidential race, we actually saw it coming, that a lot of these pretenders will chicken out at the dime.
And the money?
The money, I do not know. Maybe
what happened?
It's a form of investment. Some people are of the opinion that at the end of the day, they could use it as a bargaining mechanism to actually secure either appointment or contract in whoever that emerges as the candidate of their party at the end of the day. I don't know how that will happen, but the truth of the matter is that we know those that are contestants in this particular game. We know them.
The real contenders.
Yes, in the APC, there are not more than 3 who are really formidable, who can really garner support, who can really garner vote. That's the truth. In the PDP, there are not more than 3 also. So the other ones are just at the end of the day, maybe they could be given certificate of participation, not in the real sense of it. So people withdrawing, I don't think if Attorney General of the Federation can withdraw, the almighty Attorney General of the Federation, withdraw from a governorship race for a ministerial position.
Right.
He said, like Ngige said, he wants to help Mr. President to complete his tenure because the president needs him most at this particular point in time.
Where was that?
Where
was that thinking
you
before?
never thought of that before you declared the intention.
It's a similar thing that Silva said as well. In his statement, he said he withdrew his ambition, having considered the enormous work at the ministry.
Enormous work. The day Silva showed the nomination form, the queue at the Asokoro mega station was almost touching the secretariat of the NNPC. The fuel queue that was there, and the minister had to come out in the open and say, so I didn't want to run, but some people had to prevail on me to come and rescue Nigeria. You are serving under a government, now you say you want to rescue Nigeria. So what does that tell you?
All right, away from that, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arrested 7 Accountant General of the Federation, Mr. Ahmed Idris, in connection with diversion of funds and money laundering activities to the tune of 80 billion naira.
Yes, I think it is good. I just feel that EFCC should do their thorough investigation so that at the end of the day, the case will not be discharged. We are hearing 80 billion naira now. Of course, Nigerians are excited that a sitting or a Sabi Attorney Akata General of the Federation. Stuff like this really happen. You understand? So it's a good one for the fight against corruption. But how far can the EFCC go in this prosecution? Then how far, what is the political will of even Mr. President? Because I know of a caller or some caller that will talk this morning and say that, oh, it's all about jamboree. I do not blame them because that is what Mr. President has made it to be. Because those that have been convicted for criminal offenses are being freed by the president, who is an anti-corruption champion in sub-Saharan Africa. You understand? So that's the issue. You are arresting a serving accountant general. Of course, that is good. Don't forget this accountant general. If he has a case to answer today, it is as a result of the incompetence of Mr. President. He was supposed to have retired in October 2020, having clocked the mandatory age of retirement. But the president said no, he cannot go because we can't find any other person that is as good as himself. And look at the revelation that we are now getting. So let EFCC do a thorough job. Let them go on with prosecution, diligent prosecution. But like I said earlier, a lot of Nigerians will not be excited as far as this news is concerned. Because look at the case of Jolly Yame, Dariye, even Oju Zokalo. It took the EFCC about 12 years to be able to get conviction on some of these high-profile cases.
One person took 80 billion naira. I think we need to start deconstructing the figures here. To know what 80 billion naira
can do
for a country.
Yes. If you look at 80 billion, I think a particular estimate like last year told us that 80 billion can give us UCH. I think about 3 of them.
Wow.
Standards teaching hospital in the country. That is the way it looks like. You understand? Look at London Metropolis alone. We have 12 teaching hospitals, 12 tertiary. So this is the issue. Politicians in Nigeria steal money. these people are allowed in office, infrastructure decay, and we can't even fix some of this critical infrastructure. That is where we are in the country
One wouldn't imagine that, an enormous kind of fraud can be committed under Buhari's administration. Could it also mean that Buhari is doing his job, and that is why, they could spot, this particular one?
See, doing your job, one of the best way to tackle corruption is strengthening the institution. Put measures in place that will make it very difficult for act of corruption to be committed. This 80 billion naira now that we are talking about, the EFCC will use money for investigation. They will use money for prosecution. At the end of the day, when they are convicted, let's even say they can be convicted. What was the assurance that Mr. President would not grant them pardon? What was the assurance that the case cannot be thrown out on technical ground? So the point I'm making is that it's cheaper and safer to put measures in place than to run after this corrupt politician. Somebody who has stolen 80 billion. Let's even assume that this case is properly established, that he actually took 80 billion, because he's still a suspect as far as this issue is concerned until proven guilty. Let's establish it. Somebody who have a massive 80 billion, do you know the type of connection that fellow must have made in government? Do you know what 80 billion naira can do?
And yet you say we are too broke as a nation.
As a nation,
to service some debt.
We want to borrow,
pay ASU,
to look at some of other critical areas, to provide the aviation fuel, so that the aviation industry can run smoothly. This is the issue. So let the government put measures in place. We can't just simply say that Buhari administration is working. Why did this happen in the first instance?
So you're saying basically that we should have systems in place that makes
yes,
it nigh
let
impossible
us build strong
for these things to even
strong institution. Those who are backtracking, why do you think they don't want to go again? Some of them are skeleton in their cupboard. They are looking at it that, if we go, what of the influence? What of the powers that we wait today? What of the resources?
I asked, Dr. Yedokon, yesterday. It appears Amechi is the anointed one.
Well, nobody can say for now that Amechi is the anointed one. Of course, El-Rufai talked about that. We have to look at so many factors. But the picture will become clearer in the days ahead. Amechi is strong politically in his enclave, but I don't think his political acceptability and mass appeal can secure him the presidency of the country. I doubt if he can even win all through in the South. You understand? So that's the issue. So El-Rufai talked about the president loyalists. Of course, we know Amechi. He has always been a good boy of Mr. President, constructing rail line from to Maradi, building a maritime university in Daura, a transport university in Daura, bringing everything to Daura to suit Mr. President. But let's see how it goes. If people like Amechi is fitted as the APC standard bearer, I will go back to the issue of logic that came up sometimes ago, that perhaps some people want to ensure that a Northerner emerges in 2023 by feeding a weak Southerner, politically weak Southerner. Amechi is strong. I can't doubt that. But even in the last election, he didn't do well in Rivers State. So how come such a person will now be an anointed candidate? But let's see how it goes. In the weeks and in the days ahead, the picture will become clearer.
All right. Breaking Police Service Commission finally promotes Mago. We'll go on a break now. When we return, we'll look at some other stories we have here. And, of course, we open the phone lines.
Guy, they make I run use your phone.
Shey, you went to do your clone line now.
Baba, calm down now. No be this and I wahala dey stress me.
You know, as I link my line clone, there's been plenty bonus.
Yeah.
Yes. Once you link the line, you know say clone will give you like 20,000 naira bonus.
20,000? 20,000 naira bonus dey after you don link am.
Yes.
Guy, take a vote. I dey go link my NIN now. Yeah.
This bonus now for both new and existing customers.
Unlimited.
To chase my dreams, to become who I wanna be.
your flavor.
I'm living the life cause I get kọ́ńbù ẹ̀kú àlejò imú gbòǹgbò ọ̀nà ẹ̀kú àlejò ẹsẹ̀ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà Tizeti Network Limited pẹ̀lú Tizeti ìlò omi òjò lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lo ayélujára íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ní yàwàlù torí pé gbajúgbajà ní iléeṣẹ́ Tizeti Network Limited nídìí ìpèsè ayélujára lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá àti olókoòwò kéékèèké lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti ẹ lè browse kẹ́ stream kẹ́ sì tún gbá géèmù bó ṣe wù yín láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́mùkú data kèé máa ṣeré ìwọ ni kò má sọ̀fànù 12,500 naira péré lẹ́ẹ̀fì jẹ mùlá data fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti tẹ́ ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú 59,500 naira tí wọ́n fi bá yín gbé kalẹ̀ tẹ́sí lo ayélujára fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ kàn sí wifi.com.ng/oyo ẹ sì lè pe 09087493040 09087493040 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sí internet@wifi.com.ng ayélujára ní yàwàlù Ọ̀yọ́ ló wà.
There's a seasoning for every meal. On the seasoning is full of flavor. Delicious, tasty. Mama's happy day. No. My hunger. Rich flavor. Aroma. Delicious. Mama's happy day. The fresh cookie. Great flavor.
Hunger, Mama's helping hand. Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion.
And I used to fear their rejection.
Omo, I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more.
No more.
Because my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
INT'L Malta. Be your best.
The best things in life are free. Free drinks, free food, free opportunities, free. You get the point. But just when you thought it couldn't get any better, in comes Jumia's free delivery in Ibadan. Yup. For every Jumia purchase, your goods will be delivered to you anywhere in Ibadan for, you guessed that right, free! So start ordering your everyday essentials today on Jumia. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Angels Market ìròyìn ayọ̀ rèé fún gbogbo ará àgbègbè Aṣí Bódìjà Àkóbọ̀ Ìdí Àpẹ́ títí dé Ìwó Road pàápàá jùlọ Báṣọ̀run pé ilé ìtajà Angels Market nìkan lẹ́tí lè rí Indomie noodles Golden spaghetti òróró king pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó jọjọ sí iye tẹ́ ẹ rà á lágbèni gbogbo ẹ̀yin alára tútà pátápátá nínú ọjà ńláńlá aláràjẹ àti olókoòwò kéékèèké ẹ má wulẹ̀ ṣòpò láti máa dààmú kiri mọ́ ẹ wá kó ọjà yín ní ọ̀pọ̀ kú ọ̀yọ̀kú nílé ìtajà Angels Market kẹ́ẹ̀sì ṣòwò kẹ́ẹ̀jèrè gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn lápòlápò tàbí ní páálí.
ẹ gbọ́ o gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá rà ní Angels Market lówó ẹ̀ ò ga jara lọ.
ilé ìtajà Angels Market wà ní àdójúkọ Islamic High School Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn ẹ̀rọ ọ̀báraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ wọn ni 08033283574 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 08033283574 Angels Market gbogbo ohun tí ẹ fẹ́ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn lẹ́dínwó.
Get up and go, 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 go. With Countdown Choco, go, go, go. Get up and get up and go. No matter what you gotta do, do it. Countdown Choco, by the rich man's art for vitality. Get up and go. Stay strong, save the world, take action. Get up and go.
Cowbell chocolate with Vitarich plus iron.
Cowbell, I wanna look.
32 FM 94.9.
Alright, it's great to have you back with us. 4 minutes past 7 o'clock to break it down. Paper review 32 FM 94.9. Let's take some messages out of Facebook before we open the phone lines. I have this one from Bali Keys on Odiron. She says, the FC arrested Nigeria's accountant general for stealing 80 billion naira. Just one individual. Consider how much money other politicians may have taken. How much does ASU need this time? If the president is unable to support education, some individuals on the ground attempting to steal funds, Nigeria will uncover massive stealing of the treasury by the time the president leaves office, unlike anything witnessed since the period of Abacha. It's a lengthy one there. Let's take other ones. Otumba Ayo Adinrala says, good morning. I pray that, as the analyst said, the INEC chairman stays with his position on the deadline date. In our dearest country, some people and groups are above the law. God bless Nigeria. Miriam Afolabi, so we'll still have a functional anti-graft body, or so we still have a functional anti-graft body in Nigeria's EFCC is more or less a toothless dog under the APC government. The arrest of the Accountant General of the Federation by the EFCC might end up as one of those usual arrests or even granted state pardon. Let's take another one. Raji Afiz Abiola. He says, good morning to everybody in the studio. About the arrest of the Accountant General of the Federation, kudos to the FCC for a good job. The investigation about the missing money must be done properly and not to carpet it as usual. At least it's the huge amount can be retrieved.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Kyle, good morning. Good morning. I'm not saying good morning. This is okay.
Morning, okay.
Sometimes I just wonder when I hear about this looting, you begin to wonder 80 billion. Sometimes I wonder, are they talking about 80 naira? You just begin to wonder the kind of things. And please, there's something I noted. When we talk about Magu and EFCC doing, I can't imagine he has just been promoted. Even when he has, his name was called into, so even if he was freed. I actually believe in a normal way, when you are called in such thing, you will be kept aside, not to be promoted. Few days to his going. Then why will we say this government is actually trying, they are doing well? PDP was not better, but these ones are worse. And of course, Austin, just like you rightly said, if you are involved in a valedictory, you dress up, your name is among the list of those that are actually going. How will you tell the administrators that have actually included you and now I'm no longer there? It sounds funny for those defending such things. Good morning.
Thank you, okay. 0809 7000 949 0705 5000 949.
Okay, also Senator Oji Uzakalu, we already teased that earlier. He has echoed his support for the Senate President Ahmed Lawan's ambition. He says he's willing to be a sweeper at the presidential villa if the dream, that's Ahmed Lawan, if he becomes president.
Yes, I share his sentiment too. You know, somebody who is supposed to have been in prison. Have you forgotten that Oji Uzakalu is supposed to be serving jail term now? So to serve jail term and to be a sweeper in Nasoro, which one is better? So I think to be a sweeper in Nasoro is far better. So he has withdrawn his own presidential ambition and is supporting Ahmed Lawan. He also talked about some people who do not have conscience, some presidential aspirants, that is the turn of the Igbo. I think if he rightly know that it's the turn of the Igbos, he shouldn't have withdrawn from that race because Ahmed Lawan that is supporting is not an Igbo man. That's the truth. He also said that there are some things that need to be in place for an Igbo man to become the president of the country. So whatever he means by that, I do not understand. But I think for him, like he said, he is correct. It's far better to be a sweeper in Nasoro than to be in prison. Because you know that Ahmed Lawan stood by him while in prison. Right. His seat was not declared vacant and immediately he was released. They had to give him a grand reception led by the Senate President. So where the support is coming from, I think Nigerian can now know.
All right, let's get your thoughts on Mago's elevation.
Yes, Mago elevation, we saw it coming. The Police Service Commission later ratified it. From all indication, Mago is not guilty for the offense in which he was removed from office.
So why was he removed? Was it just a fall guy?
Of course, the Attorney General removed him. You saw the reason why Attorney General removed him. The Obono Obla Committee, the Attorney General of the Federation also scrapped that and set up Asset Disposal and Sale Committee. Last week, Tayo, the court said that committee is illegal and the Attorney General of the Federation is still in office. What about government asset and property that has been disposed of as a result of the committee of that Attorney General of the Federation? So the issue of Magu was give a dog a bad name in order to hang the dog. That's the issue of Magu. So that promotion well deserved. Magu has never committed any offense in the face of the law. Attorney General of the Federation was no longer comfortable with him and he did everything within his power to remove him and the president did not ask questions.
So Bawa should also, check his back.
Bawa should check his back because the Attorney General of the Federation is a major setback for the fight against corruption in Nigeria. This current Attorney General of the Federation. Attorney General of the Federation, some vessels that were seized by the EFCC, Attorney General of the Federation gave order by fiat that they be released. The EFCC Act says that EFCC can also dispose. They must do that in conjunction with the office of the Attorney General of the Federation. But now the Attorney General of the Federation has usurped that power because the office of the Attorney General of the Federation alone cannot also dispose assets that has been confiscated by the federal government. But today, what do you see? You have a situation where Attorney General of the Federation gives order by fiat to release some of the confiscated items. And he will argue that until you are proven guilty, you are still innocent. For a chief law officer of the Federation to be saying that until you are proven guilty, you are still innocent in an established case of criminality, I think we have a long way to go as a country.
All right, so we're still taking your feedback. 009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Good morning, 32 FM. Normally, the date should not be shifted irrespective of the parties. I hope the INEC chairman doesn't change the decision because if things are done the way it should, our system would not have been punctured if it is now, as it is now. I implore the EFCC to check and look inward of these top officials because most of them are corrupt. It's so bad. An individual mismanaged government money and also is on strike. Something is wrong with this present administration led by APC. That is not right. May God deliver us all. That's what Miriam was saying. Thank you. We go to your message. All right. There's another one here. 009 7000 949
and 070 55000 949. That's the other number you can get across to us with this morning. Austin, we understand that the dollar right now is exchanging at 600 naira at the parallel market.
Yes, the economy of Nigeria has been murdered by those in government. Do you know why, Kenny?
Yeah.
Because of primaries or political party. Politicians are mopping up dollar.
Hold that thought, Austin. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Reayo Dele Adebayo.
Okay, yes, hey, sir.
I listened to your analyst this morning, and case of the Accountant General. I believe that the president must have seen something or must have had something. That is why he didn't allow that man to leave last year. If you remember the case of Dansuki should have gone with Jonathan regime, but Buhari retained him because of some issues. Definitely the leadership may be wrong, or I may be wrong, but I think because of these issues, that is why I think Buhari retained him. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You want to react to that?
Yes, let me talk on the dollar first. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
It's easier for him to be picked up after leaving office than even still being in office. Then on the issue of the dollar, politicians, that is the way they do. They will mop up this dollarize the economy for their primaries. In the last election, 2019 election, the primary election of a political party, I don't want to mention the party, a candidate was sharing $5,000 to a candidate.
Austin. Hello.
Good morning, sir. Make sure you're on the line.
All right.
Welcome to you and the analyst in the studio.
Thank you.
First, Accountant General, the story of person is that we are just hearing this. It's very frustrating that a single soul can be enough to have access to that amount of money without fear of God or have the sympathy of masses. Nigeria needs deliverance for all those leaders. Most of them, they are so empathetic and self-centered. But the major problem we have is that the day Joshua Dari and the other grant the state pardon from completing their prison time, that is then the anti-corruption crusade dead in Nigeria. Because Mr. President, the way he's fighting corruption with his body language, he speaks volume.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, politicians have decided to store up dollar for their primaries, and that is not good for the economy. From the look of things, if care is not taken, it might get to 650. If care is not taken.
All right, that's the size of the show for today. Up next is Smart Skit Show. My name is Kenny Drutilu.
I am OLUTAYO Ogunade. Good morning.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the guest analyst and do not necessarily reflect the recommendations or perspectives of 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan.
Get ready for radio like you never thought was possible. Possible on the Pioneer Joy Station, 32 FM 94.9.